Why do you feel stuck even though everyone thinks you've made it? I am Obianuju Toth. I built Artomystic after trying to explain a feeling that I couldn't find words for. People respected me, they believed in me, they told me, "You're going places." I smiled, then I went home and felt like my life hadn't even started. That became the beginning of everything I teach now. Has anyone ever said this to you? You're doing so well, and instead of feeling proud, you felt confused. That's because they are describing a woman that you haven't even met yet. People respect you, they recommend you, they tell people about your work. Then you go home, open your laptop or wherever you put your ideas in, and you see another half-finished project. And you think, when does my real life begin? That was me. But in my case, I never struggled to create. I moved countries at 30. I finished projects. I wrote books. I started a movement. I organized concert in a country where I didn't know anyone. I produced my own music, started my own creative businesses. I kept building, but from the outside, my life looked brave. But on the inside, I kept translating myself. I explained my ideas until they became very easy to digest. I softened some parts of my work, especially in my music. And all I said to myself was, if I could just be understandable, if people could get my ideas, if people could understand me and see my point of view and my unique way of thinking, then I would be fully ready to become visible. But I still felt like I was standing outside my own life. The moment that changed everything for me was one morning, I stopped asking myself, why can't I move? And started asking, why do people believe in me more than I believe in my own life? Then I realized something. The gate has been open for years. I was the woman standing in front of it, in front of the life that I wanted, holding the handle, decorating the hallway, cleaning the room, talking about the room, imagining the room, living in the hallway. Let's talk about the hallway. Maybe you know this hallway. You meet your old friends. You love them. You also realize you can't tell them about the things that keep you up late at night anymore. You scroll through your contacts. There isn't one person who you can call who fully understands the woman you're becoming. I remember opening my closet one day and I realized something that made me feel very embarrassed. I already owned clothes that was for the woman I wanted to become. Yet anytime I decided to dress up and go out, I keep dressing up for the woman that every other person knew me to be. That wasn't me getting dressed. I wasn't getting dressed. I was rehearsing an old identity. You keep saving the perfume for a future occasion. You save your ideas, you save your voice, you save that beautiful dress for a party that who knows when you will ever wear it and go. You keep explaining yourself to people who were never going to where you're going. And then you say to yourself, when everything settles down, I will move. And years go by. Nothing ever settles. And this is the question that freed me. For years, I kept thinking, if I cross into the next life, I will lose people. And then one day, another question came. How many people have I lost while waiting? Because the truth was, I already felt lonely. I was lonely inside my old life, lonely while trying to make myself understandable, lonely while shrinking myself to fit into rooms that were never created to carry me, lonely while introducing myself as a smaller woman instead of taking up the scale that I am. The threshold was already lonely, and I wondered to myself, if loneliness already lives here, why am I protecting this place? That question changed something in me. Now, let's talk about the threshold woman. I started paying attention to women who carry the same feeling. The woman everyone says she's gifted. She carries something no one else carries. She's going places. Everyone believes she would do something extraordinary. She believes them, but she just cannot see it in her life yet. And this woman we're talking about, she already has evidence. She's not just starting. She has a gift, family, business, a career, authority, yet she still feels like her life is waiting ahead of her. It's somewhere in the horizon. She has a future that takes up more space than her present, and I call her the threshold woman. She already has a dream. All she needs to do is to stop living at the door of it. But why does the threshold woman stay at the hallway? Why does she stay at the door of her life? And I'll tell you one thing, and this is what I discovered when I was going deeper into this work. The threshold woman, she has an abundance of talent. Talent is not the issue. She stays because leaving changes everything. The day she finally walks through that door, some friendship stop fitting. Some conversation becomes too small for her. Some room will no longer recognize her. She knows that. She keeps one hand on the old life and the other hand reaching for the new one. And years pass. Her body keeps walking towards the future while her leg stays in the hallway. So I want to ask you something. What part of your life already feels too small? Where do people keep congratulating you while you quietly whisper, "You haven't seen yet"? What are you still saving for later? The dress, the song, the business, your voice, the woman you are. Everything in Artomystic grew from that hallway. The dreams, the pillars, the laws, the arc. I didn't invent them sitting at a desk. I lived them. On September 26th, 2026, 12 women will gather with me in Budapest for the Garden After the Fire. It's a room for women who are tired of standing at the doorway of their own lives. Women who are ready to stop introducing the woman they are becoming and start living as her. If you have been standing in the hallway of your life, I'll meet you there.